Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Mother, lead us from unreal to real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Jai Guru. Welcome to the Thursday evening sessions. It's so beautiful to be able to feel and understand that there are people like you who are sincerely, devotedly, are connected to godliness. In the midst of Kurukshetra, Krishna is telling Arjuna, in the battlefield, war is about to begin, that despite all this commotion, it is possible for you to attain peace, for you to remove suffering. Just think, India-Pakistan war is about to start, and somebody like me is trying to teach yoga or meditation and pranayam to the fighter pilots and the leaders. Just think and imagine, Krishna is talking about how to sit down, 6th chapter, meditate, where to look. Is talking about how to sit down. What is about to begin? Now, this whole thing comes in. How do we, that it is so that the suffering is there. It is so that the peace is attainable, and this is what is the message of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna. As you recollect past impressions at our sessions, Vedanta is Bhagavad Gita, is Upanishad, and is Brahma Sutra. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has actually almost literally taken out from the Upanishad and talking about it. And Vedanta is the Veda, is the knowledge, and Anta is the end of knowledge as we understand, but it is not so. Vedanta actually, the Veda is the knowledge, and Anta means like a knife cuts it. It's the cutting edge of the knowledge. It cuts through all ignorance. So, why is it we are suffering? Why are we? The reason is that we are ignorant of the Purnatva, of the completeness which is within me, which is within us. We have forgotten about it. We are ignorant. Because of which, what happens is we feel incomplete. Because I've forgotten who am I, and I think Robbin Ghosh is this body, this form, this name. Name, form, and action. Nama, Rupa, Babhara. Vedanta is telling us. So because we think we are the name and the form, and we are limited now, limited to this body, whereas we have forgotten about the Purnatva, about the completeness of who we really are. So, Vedanta, Bhagavad Gita, spirituality, Upanishad is telling it is possible for us to know and go out of this suffering. And this is Karma Yoga. We're going to deal with it more in detail on the Sunday, but we will leave you for some thought processes, reflection, meditation, and give you some short ways in today's sessions. I'm delighted to share with you this. So, what happened the moment I'm limited? I want to complete myself. Why? Because I think, who is this? This is me. And I have this need and that desire and that desire. So, I feel incomplete. And I feel to be complete, to need what I require, my desire to fulfill, I have to go out there. Go out. So what are we doing? Learning, studying, various academic skills, getting degrees, getting some business, professional oriented courses, becoming computer scientist, doctor, engineer, management, marketing skills, and going out. Why? Because I have to earn money, because I need things. And to need them, I need money. I go out. I'm incomplete. But if I get those things, I will be complete. This is the mistake. This is the ignorance. This is the absence of Purnatva. Nothing in the world can ever fulfill what we need, is the message of the Vedanta. You say, come on, sir, I need money, after all I have to feed my people. You know, the beauty is, when you go ahead with the journey of the Vedanta, you're not going to run out of money. You're not going to run out of good health. You don't have to be afraid of COVID-19 or cancer or heart attack or disease. The moment you're complete, you will be different. There's with a slight understanding. And to do that, we have to remove this ignorance. We'll give you short steps, but at this moment, a very beautiful way to understand whatever life you lead, whatever life, a life filled with poverty, so-called, life filled with richness. Anthony Bourdain, recently, just about less than a year back, in New York, Manhattan, the greatest of the chef of the world's #1 chef, a perfect life, no shortage of money, apparently good health. There was, as per the definition of what you and I think we are going out and getting it for ourselves and my children and my wife and husband and family and my parents, he had everything. But he went and committed suicide. Just 2 weeks before him, Kate Shea, another world's top fashion designer. Google them, it's something wonderful to see. She hung herself, committed suicide. Apparently she had everything. There was no shortage of money, no shortage of good health. She was also the leader of the fashion designing and the owner of the magazine worldwide. Apparently a perfect life. You would like to know what happened. No, that goes to gossip. Something happened. Look at it this way, whatever happened, they did not know what to do, obviously, so they chose to end their life. So Buddha is saying something here. Buddha is saying these sufferings, the end of this peace, it's because of two reasons. Buddha was taking his journey from Varanasi to Sarnath to give his first lecture, walking down. Lot of journey. Have you ever been? From Kashi to Sarnath? I've been a couple of times. Quite a bit of journey. He was walking down and he was resting under a tree. And a shepherd boy came and asked, not who are you? Because he was so magnificent, calm, glowing look, going to be evening. The boy asked him, what? Not who are you? He asked, what are you? What? And then Buddha just smiled. He said, are you God? Buddha said, no. He said, are you a saint? Buddha said, no. He said, who are you, sir? Buddha said, I am the awakened one. And notice what Vivekananda is talking about. Uttishtata Jagrata. Arise and awake. Awake to what? Remove the ignorance. Dear devotees, dear sincere seekers. Yes, the journey is there. Buddha is saying, imagine you are struck with a bow and arrow. The bow is pulled and struck and the arrow comes and strikes you. Imagine the pain. Buddha is explaining the suffering. He said that first arrow is what the world throws at you. He said, I cannot do much about that. Because that depends. You recollect our discussions that ईश्वर का पृथ्वी में किसी को बुरा नहीं होता है भला. Very famous statement from Thapliyal ji's Himachal Pradesh. Thapliyal ji, namaskar. ईश्वर का दुनिया में पृथ्वी में किसी को बुरा नहीं होने देते भला. ईश्वर नहीं देते. It doesn't mean any suffering because of the God's creation. God doesn't make us suffer. Why should God make us suffer? Can our mommy and daddy make us suffer? However angry they are, they always love us. They want to see us becoming successful. They also want us to become better and bigger than father and the mother. God also wants us to become better and bigger than God. Don't think it's just a talk. It is so. Now, first arrow is because of the suffering, because of our karma. God and us, recollect, we have created my world. My world is different than your world. Your world is different than your husband or wife or parent or brother or sister or friend or colleague. Because my karma is different than your karma. And what happens? We go out and get things for ourselves. We do karma with desire. It creates more karma, which creates more karma phala. And it goes on an endless circle. And we have birth and death and rebirth and redeath, and it goes on and on. But the spirituality, Vedanta is telling, there is a way to get out of this suffering, to get out of. There are certain things we have to do. Many of us say, I'm going to just be still and be happy and everything will be all right. Vedanta goes ahead and gives us the wisdom to that. You know, there are lots of very good people amongst all of us. Very good people. We take care of poor. We take care of the old in our family or others. We take care of hospitals and destitute centers. We give it to the beggars, the money. We take care of our wives and husbands and children. We are nice, kind, loving. We don't quarrel. We don't fight. But this is all outwards. We are nice. We are good Samaritan, good gentleman, good gentle lady. But it is all outwards. This is called pravriti. But what Buddha is talking about and what Vedanta is talking about, there's a beautiful simile. We're talking about nivritti. Come inside, come within. Remember sadhana chatushti, viveka, real and unreal. Through knowledge, know what is real. Notice what we prayed for just now. Mother, lead us from not real to real. That is Viveka. This is our Vivekananda. Vairag is the next. The moment you know this is not real, you will automatically develop detachment. Viveka Vairaga. And then the third point, but it is a little catch there. There are actually 6 points hidden in the third point. First is Shama, calmness of mind. Second, Dhamma, controlling of your senses. I feel like eating this, I feel like eating that, I want to look there, I want to look there, I want to smell this, I want to grab that and do this. Creates suffering. Shama, Dhamma, Uparati. When I control the senses from going outward, I bring it inwards. Samadhana, study of scriptures, study of our mind. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, meditate. Be silent for a while. And then, Titiksha, I'm not going to give up. I will hold on. I'm going to persevere. I'm not understanding this. Let's say I go to a professor to learn German or learn higher mathematics. Let's say Harvard University or Stanford or Pune University or Victoria's Kids School. I'm not understanding it, but I'm not going to give up. I am not understanding, but I trust the book. I trust the teacher, the professor, called Shraddha. I have faith. I'm going to not give up, is Titiksha. And Mumukshattam, Mumukshattam, Mumukshattam. I'm going to continue again and again and again till I get it. What is that? Buddha is saying, the first arrow strikes you, I cannot do much about it. It is the world throws at you. But the second arrow, imagine another arrow comes and hits you. That's how much more pain. And this second arrow, as per the latest Western theory and the ancient 3,000 years old Buddha's theory, is what our more suffering is, the anticipation of the pain. Oh my God, I hope I don't get cancer, I don't get COVID-19, and that fear and anxiety. And if I do that, what will happen? I don't have money enough to pay for that injection. I'm worrying on and building and building and building and building. And if I do get that first arrow, now I'm thinking about more and more and creating, what you call jalebis. Buddha said that second arrow is what I can tell you how to get out of it. The first arrow, little bit of things, learn to face it. Doctor will cure you. A lawyer will help you. So look at it. Paramahansa Ramakrishna, suffering from throat cancer. First arrow. Durya Maharaj, Hari Maharaj, comes in and says, Thakur, how are you feeling this morning? Paramahansa Ramakrishna said, throat is paining, I couldn't eat anything. First arrow. Hari Maharaj says, but sir, you are in bliss. Your face is glowing. Well of a thing to say to a guy. 3 days later, Paramahansa Ramakrishna died. Hell of a thing to say. What did Paramahansa Ramakrishna do? He laughed and he said, rascal has got me. He has caught me. That is the second arrow. He, he still died, a body died, but he is not dead. Ramakrishna Paramahansa is in the world today. Mrityurma amritam gamaya. Lead us from death to immortality. Paramahansa Ramakrishna is immortal. So is Buddha, so is Vivekananda. So will you be. So will I be. If you and I realize and take up the journey. Be aware, be awake. We don't have to be like Kate Shape and Anthony Bowden and suffer and continue and live a miserable life and keep on increasing our trouble. And some of us do what? After all, life is like this. I have to just tolerate it. Let's just ignore it. No. Spirituality, Vedanta, religion of all is telling us no, there is a way. So I'm going to give you 4 ways, 5 ways. The first is this suffering which Krishna is telling Arjuna in the battlefield. There are 5 ways. It's possible. Straight advice. Very simple, given thousands of years ago. Number 1, don't be selfish. Be selfless. What can I do for you? Who's that you? Maybe your husband, maybe your wife, maybe your parent, maybe your daughter's son, maybe your neighbor, maybe all of them. You, not me. What do? We open our eyes in the morning, get up, and first thing as the thought starts to invade, first thing I have to say, oh, I have to do this for myself. And this is me. Not me, you. First advice. Second advice. So, first is remove selfishness, bring selflessness. And this is called oneness. What is not oneness is separatedness. The moment I am selfish, you and I are separate. I am Robbin Ghosh and you are so and so. You're my husband, you're my wife, I am your husband, I'm your wife. Separate. Now, I'm your mother, father, you're my son, daughter. Now, we are one. Remember that same analogy of the wave? Waves have water in it. Is not correct. Waves don't have water in it. You say, come on. No, remember, this glass has water in it. I can take away the water. Glass will be separate, water will be separate. Remember now? 2 objects become. Glass is separate, water is separate. Can I take away the water from the wave? Or from the ocean? Or from the river? They will not sustain. So you cannot take away that I which is within me, from within me, and I will still sustain. I will be dead. What is that? Is the consciousness. That oneness is the consciousness in everyone. That water is in every wave. Is consciousness everyone. That's the oneness. No separatedness. Think about it. Keep working at it. Meditate on it. It will become. Number 2. Lord of God. Whatever you do, on one hand, hold God with you, on the other hand, do the work. Soon enough, you don't have to hold God. God will be in your heart, will be in your consciousness. And now what do? Keep both your hands free, keeping God in your heart and your mind, and do the work. Not for myself, not for my children or wife and family, for God. If you say, hey, come on, I don't believe in God. All right. Vedanta says it's okay. What do you do then? Go by the Advaita principle. What is that? Love. You've heard this statement, no? God is love. Love universally. Everyone, everything. Not just one. Love everyone. Love everything. Universal love. automatically. And again, it's going outwards to people for love, not for sensual pleasures and I want this and I want that. Again, it is selfless. It is selfless action. Number 3, be silent every day, at least 15 minutes morning, 15 minutes evening. Come whatever may, however the task is, however terrible task, be silent. Sit on the chair, sit on your meditation mat or an asana, cross-legged. Sit still, close your eyes, concentrate in the tip of the nose. Not here. Here, Paramahansa Yogananda is being told by Yukteswar Giri. Paramahansa Yogananda in autobiography asked this question, where should I focus, here or here? Which is the tip of the nose? This is the tip or this is the tip? Yukteswar Giri says, as it is, you have to do a lot of hard work. And why do you want to get cross-eyed by trying to fix it here? Look here. Look at Vivekananda's sitting posture, Buddha's sitting posture in meditation. Either just little open and here. So tip, be silent. Get connected to that silence within. There is silence in this universe. Everywhere. Get connected to that silence. That silence is the power of the consciousness itself. Consciousness. And that consciousness has tremendous power. It has created this whole universe and it is always there. It will always be there. It will remain. Whenever I die, my consciousness is not going to go with me. Sukshma Sharira will go. That is, Mano Buddhi Chitta Ahankar will go with me. Physical body will be burnt and dead or buried. Sukshma Sharir will go. But consciousness will remain. Always and ever. So, be silent, be still, don't move. Tell yourself, I'm not going to move. Something is scratching here. I think I should switch on the fan. Mind is going to bug you, okay? Don't move. 15 minutes is a lot of time. Be 15 minutes still. Number 4. Develop that oneness and remove the separatedness. Don't find fault with people. The moment I find fault with you or her or him, he is separate, she is separate, I'm separate. The moment there is oneness, separatedness goes away. The two waves are separate in form, name and function. But the water is one consciousness, one water. There is no difference. And this is an attitude, an awareness, a consciousness you have to build up through Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, through that silence. And number 5, last point. Lot of inquiry. Ask question. Ask question. Who is this me? Am I really what this stupid guy Robbin Ghosh is telling? That I'm not my body in the name and the form? Ask question. Ask question to me. Ask question to yourself. Ask question to your own meditation. Atma Param Guru. Ask question in your own meditation. Just meditate. You will be surprised how beautiful answers will come. The entire wealth of the world, what is out there, is nothing compared to what we have within. And we have forgotten this within, and we want to make ourselves complete by going out and getting that little food and stuff and diamond and jewelry and cosmetics and clothes and partners. And we are not complete. We remain ever incomplete. Awareness, consciousness, working with it. Very simple 5 steps. Practice every day. And we have been blessed by Mahavatar Kalpa Yogi Babaji with the Kriya Yoga. Those of you Kriyaban Yogi, those of you not, contact with me, we will take you across. Our beloved Gurudev Paramahansa Yogananda, Sri Yukteswar Giri and Lahiri Mathai, Karma Yogi, Swami Sri Vivekananda, Holy Mother Sharada, Paramahansa Ramakrishna. Take the names of gods and goddesses and gurus. They're all waiting. They're all the time. Sarva Vyapi Anantam Advaitam. They're always there. Hold on to it. We'll deal with it more on this coming Sunday. Reflect on it. Ask questions. Now remember, summarize. First is not being selfish. Be selfless. Number 2, lot of God or lot of love. Either way which you're comfortable with. Number 3, being still, being silent. Silent. Bring that silence within, get connected to it. There is silence all over the universe. Number 4, separatedness. Remove it. By being aware, by logically being aware and experience that awareness, soon you will find a divine connection. And number 5, inquire, ask questions, find out, read, swadhyaya. Check. Kasha Shanti, Prithvi Shanti, Vayu Shanti, Jalaspataya Shanti, Agnyaya Shanti, Gaur Shanti, Om Uttaradesha Shanti, Dakshinaya Shanti, Purvadesha Shanti, Paschimaya Shanti, Om Chittaha Shanti, Manaha Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May the Supreme Force, the consciousness, Brahman, Divine Mother, God and Gurus protect all of us from all sickness and suffering. May bless us with abundance, no shortage of whatever we need and require, and yet make us detached from the world. Be in the world, but be like the lotus in the water. Be like that milk, you will get mixed with water, but same milk, make a curd out of it, churn it, make it butter. Now that butter will float in the water. You will not be disturbed, not be distracted. When you're the butter, you will float, you'll be connected with Guru, God and Divine Mother. Jai Guru.